the most riveting profession I think that anyone could do. I can't wait to get to work. I can't wait to start on my new projects. I get to be in the first row as a historical event is unfolding, before me. Timbuktu was the big prize. I managed to get to Timbuktu 3 days after the French liberated it. I asked villagers if they would take me to the buildings that had been controlled by the Al-Qaeda group. What was incredible is all over these buildings were thousands and thousands of pages of Arabic documents. And then I just went building by building, and they started calling me the trash lady of Timbuktu because I was just picking up, dozens and dozens of pages. I spent the next year translating them. I realized that the group's ideology was more complex than I used to think. I believe we need to honestly assess it if we hope to find a way to address the ISIS problem in the future. It started what might be a lifelong pursuit for me, which is the investigation of these groups and the investigation of their ideology. The Islamic State has made it very clear that they consider journalists to be enemy combatants. They consider a journalist like me to be somehow a mouthpiece for the US government. They don't make any distinction between the New York Times and the rest of the American state, even though our journalistic independence is undisputed. We have to be extremely careful covering a group like ISIS. I'm lucky that I was able to find the issue of the Yazidi women, to be able to tell the world about their tremendous suffering. The systematic rape of Yazidi women has become deeply enmeshed in the organization since the group revived slavery as an institution. And the Islamic State's sex trade appears to be based solely on enslaving women from the Yazidi minority. Thousands of women were abused, and hundreds of them have now escaped. I traveled to refugee camps to speak to dozens of them. It gave me an opportunity to properly report their story. My objective is to shine the light of truth on whatever issue it is that I'm covering. It's out of my hands once it's out there. I would surely have liked that my stories on the Yazidi women might have helped bring an end to their suffering, but as a journalist, you're not an activist, right? So all you can do is, when you see a grave human rights abuse, you report it with all your heart as well as you can, and then you kind of hand it to the world. And it's for the world to then take it to the next level.